Hey, yeah, nobody's asking today, so I'm not too worried about this. 5, 6. I'm not worried about the first page here, which is page 201. And I went over a bunch of these just a few minutes ago. And then now on page 202, the one thing I just wanted to point out to you, and let's look at this here just for a moment. As Jake works at a flower shop, the shop received a delivery of 1,830 roses. If the roses are distributed evenly among 15 coolers, how many roses should Jake put in each cooler? Well, I think you guys know what to do here. It would be simply 1,830 divided by 15. Group 5, erase points. Okay, down here at B, they give you a model, and I just kind of wanted to point this out to you. Here's the way they set this up. 15 is going into 1,830. Well, they know 15 times 100, that's 1,500. And then 15 times 20, that's 300. And 15 times 2 is 30. That's a little tiny sliver of a blue area there. So if we take 15 plus 300 plus, if you can see my plus there, plus 30, that's going to equal 1,830. And so this is the model of one way you could solve this problem if you needed to do that. I'm not worried about the bottom of the page, so you can put a line through that. Number 1 here, I'm not worried about. Now, good thing I got my whiteout back from Miss Woods. She keeps borrowing it. So I'm going to put a little R there. So for 2, 3, 4, and 5, put little R's or circle them or mark them, because all 4 of those problems have remainders. Now, down at the bottom of the page here, 6. Put a little R or something. 7. No, I did, not you. Okay, shh. 7, 8. Not 9, but 10, 11, and 12. Mark all those some way so you know that they all have remainders. The only one that doesn't have a remainder is number 9. Okay? Group 4, race points. All right, next page. Number 13, number census says the Booster Club picked up 1,370 apples. They plan to sell bags of apples with 15 apples in each bag. How many bags can they make? Well, you're going to divide that number by 15. And then don't forget to label it. It's going to be a number in bags. Number 14, Mason teaches ice skating. He earns $24.50 per lesson. Hopefully the lessons aren't too long, otherwise he won't be making money. How much does he earn in 5 days if he gives 6 lessons per day? Wow, he's going to make some pretty decent money. So it's going to be a number in dollars. And actually somebody pointed out to me, actually, Mr. Glazer, don't you put the dollar sign in front of the number? Well, that's true. So if I didn't use a dollar sign and instead wanted to use the word dollars, you could write it like that. Either way would be fine. 15, I think that's a horribly worded question, so just put a line through it. It's not because it's difficult, it's just there is more than one way to try to figure that one out. And after staring at it and reading it 3 times, I said I'm done. So anyway, 16. Amelia and Ben have 2 different answers for 1,955 divided by 85. Then it says, without dividing, how can you tell who might be correct? Well, let me give you a hint here. If I did 85, so these are our 2 possible answers here. If I did 85 times 10, what's that going to equal? 850. Okay. If I did 85 times 100, what's that going to equal?
800. Yeah, 800. You didn't put the 5.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I was trying to figure out what I did wrong there. 85. 85 times 100 would be 8,500. 100. All right, so here's what I did here. 85 times 10, 850. 85 times 100 is 8,500. So it says, without dividing, how can you tell who might be correct? Well, it's going to be greater than 10, but less than 100. It's going to be greater than 10, but less than 100. The answer will be greater than 10, but less than 100. So between these two, which one is greater than 10, but less than 100? Amelia. So Ben is wrong. Ben is the one that got it wrong. So, Amelia is correct. All right. Number 17, estimate the quotient, 4,839 divided by 15 to the nearest hundredth. Explain how you found the estimate. So, estimating, we're getting an approximate, and I would change this number to 5,000 divided by 15. That's a whole lot easier. And then finally, number 18, down at the bottom of the page, it says find 5,092 divided by 38. How can you check the reasonableness of your answer? Well, you're going to have to actually do it. You're going to have to do the work. 5,092 divided by 38. You're going to have to do that problem. But then they're asking, how can you check just kind of quickly to see if you're right? And what I would do is change it to 5,000 divided by 40. So I'm working with some compatible numbers here. And whatever that answer is, it should be pretty close to whatever you figure out here. Okay, very short video, and I'll let you guys get to work.